Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to APT House of Commons. My name is Enyo Suji, and to my right,
LD Demola, House of Commons.
Emma Rose.
Icon Noah, House of Commons.
Pascal Atuma, House of Commons.
So I got House of Commons.
West Coast Chess.
Yes, sir.
All right.
You already know how to. You already know how to.
the tradition already.
It's Bush people. You don't know me. Lazy drink.
We have a lady with us today. Wow, it's a pleasure.
So, today's topic is it demeaning to discuss or talk about or mention a woman's body part in front of her? So, when you
In
talk
front
about,
or behind her?
in front or behind, on the side, on the, whatever.
Is it degrading? Is it disrespectful?
Is it disrespectful?
For men to talk about it, right?
For men to talk about women in that way. So, you know, catcalling, you know, those kind of things. So, whoever wants to start off, please begin.
If you do to the extreme, it's rude, it can be rude. But I think the foundation of men, I mean, we talk about women's bodies. We talk about women. The first thing that we see is a woman's body. That's what we talk about.
True.
You know, is there a problem with it? I don't see a problem with it. And we'll go into more, you know, specifics about it, but I don't see a problem with it. It is disrespectful if you do it in front of her disrespectfully. But we'll get into that.
I think it's under your own discretion. I think you should be able to. It is under your own discretion. You should be able to. You should be able to discern whether it's now this is a good a good thing to say, whether it's something that's disrespectful. I mean, and when we talking about body parts, I don't really know too many dudes, unless I'm just not around those kind of guys that are like, yo, you know, your ass is so big, or I wanted to tear that up. But I don't know any. But at least like you got a nice body. I don't see anything wrong with it. I think some women are a little too sensitive. It's like an excuse to be like, don't talk about me, what's wrong with you? Don't talk about me like that. Who are you? You know, so I think it's a mixture of people being a little bit too, women being a little bit too sensitive about it, and I think some men do take it a little bit too far. So use your discretion. There ain't nothing wrong with it. Just, you know what to do.
That voice.
Is my
I don't know if you remember what that voice is.
I do know what you
Well, I think everything done in moderation is okay.
Yes.
Women love it when you talk about their bodies. Women love compliments.
We'll get into
Women don't get enough. Well, they don't get enough. They don't get enough compliments. So I guess the point is.
I don't know about that one, but continue.
We'll get into it.
I guess the thing is, as long as you do it within limits, you know, like you said, everything done in moderation. Again, like I said, is okay. It's nice. Definitely, women love compliments. So even if you're talking, okay, typical example.
Don't go too far yet.
Okay, don't go too far. But I have to say this example though.
Okay, go ahead.
I met somebody yesterday that I haven't seen in a while, and I was like, wow. At first, I didn't know what to say. She gained weight. I was so cautious not to say because sometimes women are so sensitive when you say they gain weight. So during the course of us talking, she was like, yeah, I did gain weight. I've been wanting to gain weight. I was too skinny back then. I was like, yes, see, I noticed that you gained in a good way. She gained weight in all the right places.
The BB.
You know? So, like I was saying, I had to use discretion because I didn't want to say at first because she might take it the wrong way.
Yeah,
They're
of
so
course.
sensitive. But this is a girl that wanted to gain weight. She consciously worked on it to gain weight. So I was like,
So she was bounty, then she got low meat to
and
it.
she got the meat in the right places. Because when I mentioned, she said,
So
yes.
she got a big
She said,
booty now?
Yes,
Okay,
she got a big
nice
booty now.
eyes.
She said, I've been doing squats. I was like, yes, girls,
So
it
what about
worked.
the top? Was the top cool or was it?
It was cool. It was cool. Why are you going to do that? You told me to say that I'm falling into the
Just asking.
Okay, my name is Pascal Atuma.
No, seriously.
Many times we talk his name close.
And the reason why I say my name is because I'm about to say my own fresh shot. If I talk about you, you better know your body is banging. If I don't talk about you, you got a problem.
You better be stepping.
So,
Wow.
if I talk about you and you feel it's disrespectful, don't worry, next time I won't talk about you.
There won't be a next time.
There will be a next time. But believe me, when brothers talk about your body, most of the times it's always in the good direction. Most of the times.
I would like to hear
It's
that.
good. Yeah.
It's
It's
still
a
good.
good
Oh, my fault.
direction,
I thought you cut your
The only
pause.
time a brother will talk about your body bad, so I'll let you girls know is if the brother has approached you before and you dissed him, he will start talking about your body bad. But if a brother, normally I don't see 90% of brothers always, whenever they describe about a woman's body, Because if you know the type of body they want, they don't have time to waste on that. That's my take on it.
Interesting. Well, there is, okay, how do I put this? As a woman, there is a way men can approach you and you don't feel disrespected when they're complimenting your body. I personally don't have a problem with it. Now, it also depends on the level of confidence the woman has. Because depending on your level of confidence, you won't take certain things offensive. You know, just like you guys were kidding with me about my ass.
We're not kidding, no. We're not kidding.
When was
We're not kidding.
What about your ass?
Okay, let's get back
Well,
to
for
the
example, in that case, I didn't take it personal because I know what I have. And
Jesus!
But that's not to say I'm being cocky either, and that's not to say that I'm being
Say it out.
We're not going to be disrespectful. We're not going to be disrespectful. We're not going to be disrespectful. We're not going to show them. We're not going to be disrespectful and tell her to show them.
Calm down.
Pico, please keep going.
Down boy, down boy.
But back to the confidence level, where a woman doesn't have confidence in herself, when she doesn't appreciate what she has, and she doesn't appreciate the way she looks, certain things she'll find offensive, certain things will come across very sensitive to her. So she really wouldn't appreciate whatever comment it is that's coming from a man, whether it's good or bad. Now, are there ways that you guys can be very disrespectful about it? Absolutely. There's some guys that are just extreme with it. You know, you telling me, oh my God, I wish I can just squeeze your ass. To me, that's not a compliment. You know, if you tell me you got a fat ass, absolutely, I'll say thank you. But if you're talking about squeezing it and all of that extra, and especially if I'm working with someone that I'm with, like my boyfriend, and you making such comment, then you're taking it to an extreme level of disrespect. So there are ways you can go about complimenting a woman about her body whereby she doesn't feel disrespected and she feels appreciated. And there are ways you can do it whereby it just comes off nasty.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
How do you feel about women who are complaining about even that comment is offensive to them? They're like, you got a fat ass, they're like what the hell's wrong with you? You ain't gonna, you know. I'm sorry, that was
No, maybe the English she used is because she's comfortable around us. What kind of English can we use to describe a fat ass where it will not be offensive?
Yeah.
Okay, so depending on the kind of woman that you're talking to, of course all women are not on the same level. You're talking to a woman that's very classy. Fat ass doesn't come up to, you know, complimentary.
Yeah, exactly.
You can say you have a nice body, I love your body. You know, if you're talking to a woman from the hood and you say you have a fat ass, she'll be like, oh honey, thank you. But if you're talking to a chick like me, my personality can go anyway. I can adjust to people's personality. I don't find offense to things so easily. So I wouldn't come across, you know, as angry about your comment. But if you're talking to a woman that's just very classy and she knows that using the word fat ass just kind of ghetto, she wouldn't appreciate it so much. So using certain words makes a difference. Using the word lovely, like your body looks
Your
amazing.
ass is lovely.
Well, you don't even have to say your ass looks amazing though. You don't have to say your ass looks amazing. You can just compliment her on her whole body and she can appreciate it more. Instead of just focusing on her ass.
So would you hypothetically give me your number if I said you had a fat ass?
Me personally.
No, that's a very good question.
I'm just being real.
No, this is not.
I'll be honest.
Hold on, we're here to. So, are you trying? Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me rephrase.
Yeah.
If a guy walks up to you as a woman and says, "Hey, your behind is banging," and I have your number,
You see what I'm saying?
what would you do?
That's not the best way to approach a woman.
Okay, but
That's
is that
not-
offensive?
It's not offensive, but you're definitely not going to get the result you're seeking for.
Okay, what is the best way to put it? Teach
The
us.
best way to
So that-
approach that woman is really striking a conversation with her, just a normal conversation. Hi, how are you doing? You know?
So if I say your body's amazing, your body's just amazing. I just want to just like.
And if you say, hi, how are you doing? And then she responds with a smile, now she's encouraging the conversation. Then she can take it further. You just walk up to her and be like, your body's banging, you have a fat ass, can I have your number? Absolutely not, you cannot. First of all, you didn't even ask, how am I doing? You know, how are you?
That's part of it.
I mean, I like everything you're saying. You really putting a lot of things in perspective for us. There's another thing that men, you know, say, or people say, that they want a lady on the street but a freak in the bed. What do you say to that?
That is true. Every man wants a freak in the bed. Let's be realistic.
Every
No
woman
man.
wants to be too.
Exactly. It goes both ways. No woman wants a boring man in the bedroom, and no man wants a boring woman in the bedroom.
Just
Okay?
define boring.
What is boring? Just
That's
laying
not
on your
boring.
back.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
It's not
Go
going to
ahead.
Okay.
Well, we all know what the definition of boring is, depending on what your taste is.
We African men, we don't know.
Okay.
If you can help us.
Let's not
Okay,
go.
okay.
Let's not go.
Okay.
Anyways, back to
Go ahead.
the topic.
Yeah, listen to me.
Right.
Back to the topic. Okay, let me ask you a question, right?
Go ahead.
Coming back to the topic. When women dress up to go out, now most of the times you go to the clubs, you see them taking pictures. And instead of them taking pictures like normal way of taking pictures, women they will not incline their back and take the picture, or they incline their front and take the picture.
Interesting.
In that case, if I come to your Facebook page or your Twitter page and everything I see on your picture is your back on your front, what are you guys trying to say?
What message are you trying to
All
send?
right, so like I said, every woman is different. That is a woman that's just marketing herself based on her assets. That's a woman that probably all she has
Hold
is
on. Based on what?
her assets.
Her assets.
All right, so all she's working with is her ass and her titties. If you know that you're beautiful, if you know there's more to you, you don't need to flip your ass up and show your titties. You don't need to wear a shirt showing your boobs out and showing your butt cheeks out. So that is a woman that just know that, you know what, the only way I'm gonna get attention is from this man looking at my ass and looking at my titties.
Can you just be proud of it?
Can
You have something to say.
I need to ask this
Go ahead.
question.
Yeah.
This is a sociological question, right? Or this is where it's going. There's a big movement of women's rights, right? It's basically a woman's world.
Go there, go in.
Everything a woman says is the way it should be. And anything that a man says is wrong. Us having this topic as just men is not even supposed to be seen these days, because you're not supposed to have an opinion about a woman's body.
That's very true.
That's the truth
That's
of the
very
matter.
true.
I don't understand how and why this became the point, because women are free to talk about a man's body from now to tomorrow. You guys can say it publicly, you can say whatever you want. But what we naturally talk about, we talk about politics, money, women. The first rule of attraction is what you see. Right?
Just like the smell of food.
Exactly. Is what you see. What attracts you to the next thing is what the presentation, the packaging, what you see.
Can I say something about that?
Yeah.
Or because she says, oh yeah, what I want to say about that is, I guess definitely we are the way we are because men are visual, women are emotional. They go with feelings. And why men?
Emo what?
Yeah, women are more
Finish.
emotional
Finish.
and why men are more physical. Okay. Like you said, everything depends on how you say whatever you say about a woman's body. You know, it's all about approach and the way you say. You can say
Right.
some things that you can say the same exact words, but depending on who it's coming from, a female will take it the same words
Hold on.
differently.
Hold on. Let me
Hold on, Aldi.
Hold on. Let me just say something about what he said.
Okay, but before you said, I thought you were trying to ask her a question.
No, we're gonna get to that.
Okay.
But I want to agree with what you're saying. But there's a reason why I brought in the feminist movement or women's rights, because there is now a point to make everything we say about a woman's body wrong.
Yeah. Talking about it.
Exactly. There is now a point of emphasis. As soon as a man speaks on a woman's body, it is wrong because it's degrading, because we look at them as an object.
As meat.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is, the truth of the matter is, it's natural. We're going to talk about women's bodies because we enjoy looking at it. I love looking at a nice body.
There's a big
There's nothing wrong with
There's
that.
a big moment for
Can I come
against
in?
catcalling.
Okay, go ahead.
Against
Fit.
catcalling these
Okay,
days.
hold on, go ahead.
See,
Before I come in.
as I see Yoruba.
Okay, so the thing about that is, if you take it back to history, women did not have so many rights back in the 60s or the 70s or days of that nature. So once that changed, once women started having these rights, they started feeling more respected, and they want that to continue. So there is a reason why some women feel so strongly about that, because back then they didn't have rights. Back then they just had to tolerate whatever the man said, whatever the men do is what you have to do. You don't have a say. It's just like women couldn't do certain things. But that has changed. So now as the generation changes, we as women know that certain things we just are not going to tolerate.
Of course.
Because we have that right.
Of
Now,
course.
has it been taken to a certain extreme with some females? Absolutely.
Do you think it's with most females now?
With most females, yes, it has been taken to some sort of extreme. But also it goes back to how the men are communicating whatever it is that is objecting about this woman. You know, are you focusing mainly on her object, or are you looking beyond that as well?
Okay.
As you appreciate whatever it is that she's working with.
Okay, can I ask you another question? Depending on what you said, do you think from your own point, from your own experience and from your point of view, looking into what is happening in this world now, do you think that now that you guys have rights and are enjoying this, right, you guys happier than before?
Absolutely. Who wouldn't be happy to have rights?
Okay, hold on. Okay, in the sense of having rights, you're happier. Do you think that women are living better now or before?
Let me see what you want to say.
Okay.
Let me see what you want to say.
I know what you're trying to say.
I know
what you're trying to say.
There's this unspoken code. As a unit, women say a certain thing together.
Right.
On their own, they want and say something totally different.
It's the opposite.
It's the opposite.
Oh, boy, take.
It's the opposite.
Go
ahead, share what you want to say.
Now,
All right,
now you
so
understand where I'm going.
if I am understanding exactly where you guys are getting at with that statement, okay? So, of course, women have their language that they use among each other. And also, do women object the way they feel about a man when they see a man? Absolutely. But there is a way to do it that's very respectful. You as a man wouldn't even know, right? The thing about guys is the way a man is built is once he express. There is no twice thinking about it. You know, it's not like they think twice before they act. There's no filter. It's whatever they say is like, damn, that's what it is. But for a woman, when she sees something that she appreciates and she's with her girlfriends, the only person that will know is her girlfriends. That man will not even have an idea. The only way that man will have an idea is she makes eye contact with that man. And when she makes that eye contact, and it's in a very respectful and sleek way, whereby you as a man know that, hey, I appreciate the way you look, and you won't be offended. And of course, no man.
But I knew that when you were looking at me, though. It wasn't discreet.
I said something before when you said, "Oh, with the women, it's not about the body." Or who made that statement?
That's not true. I don't think anybody said that.
I said about, they go overboard emotional.
They're
Why men are physical?
No, let me tell you why. Maybe the women before, not the women now.
Yeah.
Because I have a home girl of mine who in front of me told a guy that came to talk to her, I'm sorry, I don't do short men.
Of course. And
well,
no.
I'm coming.
I want you to elaborate that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because they're allowed to say that.
Yeah, okay, hold on. Yes, I have.
And we're not allowed to say
anything.
I don't
home
do
girl of
women.
mine, I'm not going to mention her name, but I will mention the city she lives in, New York. Told a guy to my face, even that's in my face, I was sitting down, and this guy with confidence, come over and try to say hi, greet us, and my sister, I like you, and I said, oh, I'm so sorry.
She's like, you're dying.
She said it. Really, I'm so sorry, I don't do short man.
Okay, so this is my problem.
Yeah.
I'm a different breed of
But
woman.
if you do that, if a man do that,
cancelled already.
Okay, go ahead.
I always say I'm a different breed of a woman because one, I'm not the kind of woman that's extremely emotional. I'm a very confident individual. I say what I want to say. It's either you like it or you don't like it, or you can bounce back wherever the heck you came from. So with that being said, the issue that I have with some guys is this: if a woman comes up to you and it's not what you want, you have the right to express it. You just don't have to be disrespectful about it. The same way a woman can tell you she doesn't like short guys, you can say, I don't like skinny women, I don't like fat women. There's absolutely nothing. I truly believe you can, and I always say this to my male friends, like you can't. Until guys start doing that, then women just feel like.
Hold up.
hold on, okay.
I want to.
Here's one thing I want to say.
Okay.
Maybe it's because of where we live, Los Angeles, California. If there's anybody who's more disrespectful vividly to the opposite sex in front of them, it is women.
Absolutely.
Vividly.
Right.
At clubs.
And
A girl will tell you, busted shoes, no. Am I lying? Am I lying? Am I lying? Guys, from what I've seen, and if I was going to talk about ratio, I would say 9 to 1. 9 being women, 1 being guys.
Right.
Women will put a guy in his place and demean him like this.
A girl told me one time, I only do bald hair.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
She only does like steals.
Hold up. No. No, see.
I can see.
Okay, let me tell you something. I went out with my friends. We went to a club, right? So we're in this corner. They bring 3 girls in there.
Really?
There. Yeah, and my guys were talking and talking. I said, okay. I said, I want this one. And I said, girl, what's up? We said, oh my bro, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't do bald head. So I said, we don't have no bald head. So I can just drink.
So I got.
That's what she said. And I said, my sister, you can bounce.
Right, and what happened? She bounced, right?
Yeah,
But the thing is,
But you
this
can
is what I
bounce.
keep saying, until guys start making that move, honestly, it's not going to change. No one is saying that you can't tell a woman what your preference is.
So how do we
Honestly.
say it? How do we say it without being disrespectful?
Okay, so for example, if a fat woman comes up to you and she's trying to talk to you, you know, you don't have to sugarcoat it like you pretending as if you like her presence right then, and you don't like it.
Something
You-
happened yesterday.
You,
Okay, hold on, let's not
you
finish
don't
that.
appreciate it, so you can easily tell her, you know, you seem like a pleasant person, honestly, but you're not of my type.
My sister is a lie.
No, she has a point.
I know what you're saying.
There is no reason to lead
Look,
her on.
look,
There is no
look, guys.
reason.
It's a go.
Because that's
Can I say something? Can
I
I say
haven't
something?
said anything.
Okay.
Look. I agree. I want to say I agree on the point with everything you say. Because look, it's all about the manner and way.
I agree.
It's all about the manner and way.
Agreeing is different from reality.
Pascal, look,
Thank you.
what you're saying is, look, I think when I was a little bit younger, okay, when I go to the club, the same club you talk about, and even if a girl doesn't want to give me her number, I will still be nice and buy her a drink. These days, I don't do that, though. If I talk to you and I see there's no green light, I'm not buying you no drink.
Right.
Because reception is there.
Because I've grown. My thinking and the way I deal with
Yeah, no, go
my
ahead.
thinking has totally changed.
Right.
Even sometimes, let me tell you, when I was a little bit younger, I wasn't that picky and choosy, you know. Date anything.
You
Don't
wanna-
smile.
you
Say it
wanna-
specifically.
Now,
You manage whatever comes your way.
exactly. Now, I'm very the same way like women. I think like them now. If you don't meet some certain standard, girl, I'm sorry, you gotta bounce. But I don't say those words.
Right.
I don't say those words. But as far as spending my money to buy you a drink, I refrain.
Can I just
Go ahead,
go back?
go
Can I
ahead,
just
go
make
ahead.
a reverse real
Yeah,
quick?
man.
The other day I went to this sports bar, and I see this really attractive woman, probably like in her early 30s, sitting down all by herself. I thought she came in with a group. The way she walked out, I thought she came in, but she was sitting there all by herself. The reason why I'm saying this, bringing this up, is because Pascal said something earlier that we just kind of just grazed over. Is it really helping anyone? Because that woman is sitting by herself. If tomorrow she tells me that I don't want anybody to catcall me and this thing, she better hope somebody tries to catcall her.
I'm going to say this confidently. Hold up. I'm going to say this confidently.
Were you not confident before?
This time I don't confident enter.
Okay,
I'm inside.
Me enter.
Every time we talk about the future of our society, I always say we're almost Tokyo, correct? We're almost Tokyo is what I always say. In Tokyo, interaction with men and women, from what I've seen, is not really there. Their reason is different though, it's because of technology. They're so into their technology, they don't really interact. I think, and I'm willing to look at the camera and say this, it's eventually going to come back and bite women in the butt. It's already happening.
Oh yeah.
The women I speak to daily ask me how come men don't approach them anymore. And I tell them constantly, because you've scared men off to be themselves.
Can I just say one thing?
I think so.
Can I just say one thing?
I think
One
so.
more thing before we go. I will say this in women's defense. In their defense, times have changed a little bit. I'm noticing, and I'm just kind of just going off social media because there's this one girl used to post, this girl can post status about feminism. Then lately, like the last like 2-3 months, it went from like 40 likes, 100 likes to like 3 likes.
Because the girls are like, I need a man.
Like, what the, you know?
I need a man. That's the truth. It goes back to the foundation.
It's changing. So, sorry, go ahead.
Let me tell you, now we're coming to where I was asking.
Okay, yes, that's what
I think she wanted to say something.
No, go ahead.
Okay, what is this? I'll give you an example, right? Yesterday I went to the gym. So I'm trying to do my stomach crunch. And next bench is a girl, beautiful black girl. She's got the microphone covered, right? Only that she's got her phone too. She's on her phone. So I finished my set, I stand up. I said, okay, I can't talk to this one because she's too
doesn't want to be bothered.
Then I pick up my phone, right? I do my own thing, I go back again. Then when she starts walking away, she asks me, you can't even say hi, why is she so rude?
Chief, you should have taken her number out.
Hold on.
She was telling you it's time.
Hold on, no.
Okay.
She asked me, you can't even say I'm so rude. I said, my sister, I call everybody my sister, you have that earphone on, you're on your cell phone, so I didn't want to intrude. She said, oh, well, I see you here all the time. I said, I see, what's your name? She said, her name. I said, nice meeting you. She walked away, I stayed there. When I stayed there, I said, so, Is it that they don't want us to talk to them?
They want it.
Why are they sending mixed feelings? And another thing too, which I want to ask you. Why do most women now look angry?
Oh, resting bitch face. What do they do that?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's what they call it.
They look at
Yeah, they look angry. Like
You don't look happy. You look happy.
you don't look
I
happy.
mean, she's around the boys of the house of cards.
Yeah,
Why would she not be happy?
why would she not be
Also,
happy?
come on.
Alright, so why do some women look so angry?
Angry, yeah. What is going on?
Based on experiences that they've been through.
Mm.
Based on things that have happened to them.
Okay.
Based on disappointments that they've faced. Alright, these are women that probably gave their heart over and over, and they've been hurt over and over. So when a man comes up to them, they just look at you like you're probably
Same
another
thing
one
again.
that's gonna do the same thing that the past did.
But
That doesn't make it okay. That doesn't make it okay, because you're supposed to not live in the past but live in the future. You know, don't live in your past, because that doesn't help the situation. Kind of deal with everyone with an open mind, because you don't know what the next person is going to bring to the table.
Wow.
With every individual, there is a lesson to learn out of life. So they're probably working around this angry, this miserable, because of what they've been through.
okay, but can I ask you a question? In life, we are taught by our parents that for you to succeed, you have to try and try. You fall, you get up, you fall, you get up.
Relationship
Right,
is
but
different.
that's
Right,
different when
right.
it comes
Okay,
to
so-
relationships.
It's different.
It's really difficult.
Yeah.
When it comes to relationship, because this is life, we're facing real life, right? Because someone hurt you before, does that mean that everybody else is going to hurt you? Why
We're
you
going
find
to
it
another
worse?
place right now, but
But do you understand my question?
I
I mean,
see.
just to comment on that though, you have to understand that everyone is not built the same way. Everyone does not heal the same way. Everyone's heart is not as strong as, you know, the other individual. I can bounce back from a breakup and be like, you know what, life goes on, on to the next. Another woman might sub all through 6 months or through a year, and she might not even want to deal with any man. So it all depends on how that individual is, and it also depends on your upbringing. Like, it also depends on that. If you had parents that really did not instill in you that you know what, things are going to happen in life, people are going to break your heart, whether it's in a relationship or in real life situation, you as an individual have to realize what you're worth it and what you can tolerate and what not you're not going to tolerate, and just move on from
You
that.
said something very strong right there.
let's not go
Look,
too far.
we're not
into
going
the
too far.
topic.
This is totally within this alley. I was telling my daughter's mother. Was it her that I was telling, or somebody else, or my brother? But I was saying something about my daughter. I was like, look, you see this little one? I'm going to teach her how men think, even though she's a girl. You know, I want to teach her how men, what we think about women and how we respond to women, because I want her to know, and I want her not to be confused. Because, look, the way our parents raised us, they don't talk about stuff like that with kids, with their daughters, with the boys. The parent, my father never talked to me about anything concerning sex or female, the opposite sex, you know. Not that he didn't know. He knew about women. We have 8 kids. You think my father doesn't know anything about women? But I'm saying, look, I'm looking at the whole scenario, the whole situation. I was like, this little one, because right now she's only 4. Do you know that you take, this is a true story, whenever we take her to the daycare, yeah, some boys were like, oh, Mia, and they just were the boys rush at her.
This is my gun.
And my little one is hiding behind my back shy. I'm like, okay, now, in the reality of it, that is like making her uncomfortable as an adult. If you're a man and you just like, oh, because she's uncomfortable. That little boy is doing what he's doing, not knowing that he's making her life uncomfortable at that age.
Exactly.
No, he's not doing what he's supposed to do.
That's not true.
It's equivalent to making cat calls at a grown-up.
No.
That's what it is.
No. Not at the age of 4. But let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. We're going to go back into this, whatever the case may be, but her situation is a little bit different because there is a better reception of mixed children. Let's just say that. Mixed people. Mixed people are, this is a whole other topic, beauty or whatever the case may be, totally different topic. But you can't say he's not doing what he's supposed to do. It is nature, especially at the age of 4.
Hey, LD, let me tell you why.
Because he could be saying the same thing about another one of his friends coming in. You're assuming it is what you're assuming.
Have you seen that video?
I took my daughter to Chuck E. Cheese. Right? Immediately, we come in. So this little boy rushes my daughter. Right?
Igbo daddy.
Hell. And my daughter is trying to hide. I said, no, say hi. No way. So we go to play this little ping pong game. This same boy come back again. Play the ping pong.
He's seen the king's daughter.
Yeah, it's not to play the ping pong. I said, my brother, you're very smart. She doesn't want to play with you.
Okay, let's go back. Let's not go back nothing. This is part of it. Look. When my daughter was even 2, now she's 4. She was 2. Okay? We went to a birthday party. Just like you're saying, there was this little kid will now leave her alone. Just keep dragging her all over the place to the point they now fell down the stairs and she started crying. You want to tell me kids don't know what they're doing there? It's okay. It's not okay. I talked to the parents. I'm told them, look, I appreciate the fact that your son likes my daughter, but there are some things, these kids go a little bit too far. Let me tell you, that condition is making her uncomfortable and the parent can restrain. It's true that what you're saying is that maybe the boy is innocent, he's being a boy. But to the point that you now hurt another person by falling on
You know what's funny?
It's not the same.
You know what's funny?
Can I say two
And
things?
it's funny that this is coming from Ike.
Ike, I know.
You know?
Okay.
What?
Ike, can I say two things?
What is that supposed to mean?
I'm gonna just tell you the truth. I don't have a daughter yet, but this sounds like daddy-daughter situation going on.
Obuisi in Igbo, they say Obuisi Anekuka Magaya.
Chief.
You know what it means?
Look at Uncle Classic man. With the monkey jacket that is
the man whose job is to cut head.
Yeah.
The man whose job is to cut head doesn't like knife.
Yeah.
Thrust his ears.
So what is it?
Let me say this.
Number 2. Hold on, number two. Like I've seen. I don't know if y'all seen that video of these little kids. It's like because we were talking about these little kids. It's like they're all like about 4 or 5, and then the entire classroom was like white, and this little black
kid walks in,
and they hug him. Oh my God!
Exactly.
It's just what it is.
It's just kids. You're assuming it's
Which people hug that kid? Boys
and girls.
Boys and girls.
Okay, look.
A girl came and touched his hair like, oh my God.
Let me kind of agree with you guys a little bit. Are you kidding me? I already got a couple. Okay, we're still rolling. Okay, look. When I was in primary 6, I think in Nigeria you have to be 11, 12 to be, well, I was a little bit faster than my age. Primary 6, I was 12.
You were a blockhead, yeah.
I was faster, that means I'm
smart.
double promotion.
Promotion.
Look, so I was in primary 6, there was this girl that would not let me rest. Joy. I know her name, Joy.
Oh, you will not let her rest?
No, she will not let me rest. My friend cool down. She will not let me rest. And there's another one, Uchenna. They lived in the opposite compound from where we live. At home, anytime she comes outside, I run inside. I was very shy. You know, I'm a late bloomer. I was very shy. I was 12, but I was very shy. This girl, to the point that she would come to school, she would spit on my chair and just make life uncomfortable for me because she just knew that I wouldn't do anything to her. I would run away. Okay. Now you tell me that kids are kids. They don't know what they're doing. You think that girl didn't know what she was doing?
You're talking about an 11-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Right, that's
No,
that's
come
right.
on, and she likes you. I mean,
you are Ike Steele. I mean, come on,
bruh.
Come on, Ike Steele. No, well, let me say this though.
All this is coming from the daughter. Ike is going to be an overprotective dad.
No, but let's go back to the point. Let's go back to the
point now.
Since we were talking about, you know, you have to curb what they do as kids and grow things of that sort. I mentioned something, and I'm going to say it again. The hidden code that nobody is saying. And I'm saying this confidently because women, ladies that I've been around, there is a chorus that they're all singing away from each other, that they're not singing together. They keep making us the villain for things that we supposedly do wrong. Like, of course you can be rude as a catcaller, but they're the ladies who put up this gate of anything you say to a woman that has anything to do with her body is demeaning because you don't like me for my mind. You just think I'm only an object and blah 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 blah. Hold up. Let me just land. I said there are those ladies who are bringing up that gate. That gate now looks like everyone's gate, which is not the case. There are women who there are women who are confident in themselves, who have nice bodies, who want attention from men,
right?
But they're not getting it because men these days are being scared away.
Right.
Okay, good. Let me ask you a question, right? Which the question I asked before. Do you think that you guys are losing now with this human rights that you found, or that you guys are getting?
This is your loss and gain.
I mean, if you were to take the ratio, I'm quite sure a vast majority of women are losing out. Because if you now look at the
You
ratio
got the
of
answer you want
women
now.
that are single compared to women that are in relationship or marriage, it's definitely higher of those that are single. And it's all this feminine rights played into place. And now women feel like,
Can
you
you
know,
say,
you-
a little bit louder too?
well, you know, I'll be honest, and it's all because of this feminine rights played into place. Some women just feel like, you know what, I'm not gonna take this, I'm not gonna take that, I'm not. And the more you keep saying you're not gonna take, you know, the
No
less
longer
your
you're gonna
options
wait,
are
wait,
in
wait,
terms
wait.
of who you're gonna be with. You know, sometimes it's the word called compromise. It's a matter of understanding the individual you're dealing with. Not every man is disrespectful. Not to say that there are not guys that are disrespectful. Of course, they exist. But also, once again, it goes back to not allowing your past to overtake your life experience. You know, you have to have an open mind with everyone else that you meet, because that person is not the person that hurt you.
I don't think this is location too, because you go to Atlanta, we won't be having all these discussions about
That's a whole different
catcalling.
ball.
Really?
Yeah.
But to also
come on.
add to what you're saying, there's also a stigma of a man who does these things. There's a stigma of, there's a connection between that and immaturity for some reason. You see what I'm saying?
That is actually a different topic for another day.
Really?
Because there are some guys that are very immature about the way that they approach women. And it's funny enough, I had this experience myself. This guy came up to me, and I'm very pleasant usually when people come up to me. You know, I'm not the type that gives you the hand in the face. I say hi, you know, how are you? And if you're not my type, I'll politely tell you I'm not interested. And if I'm with someone, I'm with someone. But this guy, for example, he was so immature to the point he cannot take rejection. So he exceeded to the point of actually wanting to spit on me. It was that disrespectful.
Wow, back to my experience
So-
in childhood.
Right. So that's a guy that apparently the parents have not instilled with him what
Wow.
respect
That's a whole nother level,
is.
though.
Right. That's
Okay,
what
let
I'm saying.
let
So-
me ask you something. So most times when you approach a female and they tell you, I'm in a relationship, is it a lie? Is that a way of just putting you off because they're
What's the
not interested?
percentage?
Let's be honest. Sometimes it is a lie just to get rid of you.
Wow.
You know.
I mean,
It's never happened to me though. I've always been told I want
Okay,
to
can I ask another
But-
What did
question?
they tell you?
These niggas tell me that they want to be in a relationship with me.
Can I ask another question?
My children, is that possible? I want to be your children. Is there a way I can do that?
Okay, what did you say?
No, I said you.
These are the jobs.
I want to know if it's something that is...
There's nothing. There's less information.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Why is it that some women, when you meet them like in club or in a restaurant somewhere, right? Or even anywhere, they want you to go out on a date with them, spend money like 3 or 4 times, but they don't have any interest in you. Why?
That's the whole chief. You did good. Different.
They want to go out to eat.
So,
They're hungry.
once again, this goes to you as an individual knowing
No, I'm
how to
asking.
deal with women. Because there are some women out there that know how to play the game. Let's be honest. The same way a man can play the game, the woman can play the game. She has her intentions. If her intentions is just to get free food and dinner,
They're
honey, that's what
hungry.
she's
They want
gonna
a snack.
get. And until, once she gets to the limit of maybe 3, she's like, alright, I'm done. That's it. So, they have
3
their
from
numbers.
one guy or from 3 different guys?
3 from one guy probably, and then she's like,
3 meals.
I'm done.
I'll go with-
But you
That's
as
scary.
an individual would know if that person
Oh,
has
this question is not for me.
interest.
Because,
One meal.
because-
If
You,
Hold on,
right? No, in general. I'm just
I'm
speaking in
asking
general, right? So you
because-
as any.
Because if you eat the first day,
And then, you never read 2 and 3. Let's conclude.
Not for me.
In my conclusion,
Uh-huh.
do I think it's degrading to talk about a woman's body,
I'll talk about women in general.
women's physical appearance? No, it is not degrading. It is nature. It is what we do to women and what women do to us. It can be degrading if you're an idiot,
Yes.
if you're immature, and if you're just stupid. Like wanting to spit on a lady, I mean, those are the kind of dudes that get slapped. Idiot. But the reason why I think this topic is very important is not just because I want men to reconnect with nature and learn how to approach a woman and appreciate a woman's body publicly, but I think it's about time for women who don't have a problem with this at all to speak up. Because because there are too many women who have a problem with it.
And they're blocking your way.
They're closing the gate for
I
you.
wonder why they're not speaking up.
It's almost like this. You become the uncool one.
Exactly.
You become the one that's against the crowd.
Yeah.
Do not fall for that. Look at these gentlemen here. If we walk up to you,
do your conclusion.
you can stop anytime.
Are you in a conclusion? Yeah, go ahead.
First of all, I want to thank Emma for coming today because that kind of helped. It's also helping my conclusion as well. So, no, but honestly, I guess to balance it out, you be respectful. There's a certain way you approach women, but at the same time, women need to be honest about it. Like, yo, if I find you attractive, there's nothing wrong with me saying hello to you or saying that you have a nice nyash or butt or booty or ass. There's nothing wrong with that. So, yeah. No, but honestly, I think it's just finding that happy medium, finding that balance, and being respectful. And then, you have discernment. You know what you're doing. So, if she finds it disrespectful, whatever. But you yourself, if you know in your heart that you are being what you said was okay. Because at the end of the day, some women are still going to be like, the hair's wrong with him, he's stupid, whatever, why are you talking to me like that? Whatever, let them be. But me, if I feel like saying something to you, and I feel like saying that you have a nice yash, big breasts, big papayas, I'm going to say it.
Oh! Yes.
Don't get too descriptive right now. No. You, and then she'll finish.
All right. Well, definitely, I don't think it's wrong to talk about the female body, you just in the way and manner you approach and say it. I think women love compliments and they can never get enough of it. Trust me. Look, but there's something like with this, what we're trying to achieve here. Be yourself and keep things real. Because I met a female that told me that she's saving herself for her husband. She wasn't going to get intimate with any man. That was just a lie. That she will only go to church. She wants a man that goes to church.
Oh, she was saying in public?
No, she told me this personally because I was trying to date her. She said she wants to, because church is now a Christian, she has to do the God way. But this same girl got taken by another fast talker that got her emotion all messed up, So, I mean, they say, most times women say a lot of things, it's just a lie, Be real. Be real. That's my conclusion.
Okay, my conclusion before I go, let me answer. She didn't like you, so don't worry about it. It wasn't about you. She didn't like you. Okay, to my own conclusion.
Oh my goodness.
My conclusion now is this. That's the reason why when Adam was lonely,
yes,
in the Garden of Eden, God did not send him a goat.
Okay.
God did not send him chicken. God did not send him a cat. God did not send him umbrella. God did not send him roof. God sent him a woman. The reason why God sent him a woman is so that he can see something to look at and know that God is powerful. So, when a man look at you in a beautiful way, in a godly way, in a respectful way, it's a part of respecting God for his creation.
Hallelujah! See this guy! He took it to church!
Let me finish.
Don't take me to church like that.
So the reason why I'm taking it this way is this. A lot of people are home as we speak right now, lonely. Lonely like F.
Yeah.
Lonely to the point they cry and they read the Bible and they keep calling Jesus.
No, they have drugs.
Some people, I'm being real.
So they have.
They spend more time in church because of that.
Some girls, when you were trying to strike a conversation with them, they tell you that they have a boyfriend. I said, what's your boyfriend? They say, your boyfriend is Jesus. The Jesus.
No, husband. You said
your husband. Or some say husband is Jesus, some say boyfriend is Jesus. It's the same God that created us to represent and be in his image.
Yes.
So the Jesus you're going to see is one of us, Jews.
Amen.
If you keep waiting for Jesus and you don't want to talk about your body, my sister,
You better tell it.
45 years plus 5 is 50, 50 plus 5 is 55. That's my conclusion.
Please, Emma.
So let me start off by saying thank you guys for having me. My conclusion on this topic is what I'm going to say to females out there is honestly, like the guy said, be real with yourself. Okay? Your confidence plays a huge role in how you react to what a man is saying to you. So if you need to work on your confidence, then that's something that needs to be done. Another thing is don't live in your past experience. Not every man that comes your way is the bad guy. Not every man that says hi to you wants to sleep with you. Sometimes it's just a matter of conversation. So you can't take everything so seriously. Sometimes people just want to have conversation with you. And if a man compliments you, all you have to say is thank you. Now, are there guys that can be disrespectful about the way they approach it? Absolutely, but that's for you to make that correction and be like, what you just said is not appropriate at all. There is a way you can phrase that for it to be pleasant. You don't have to be rude about it. Fix it that way. When he says it to the next person, he doesn't have to repeat the same mistake. But be real with yourself, that way you don't end up in the lonely ward. That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Are you proposing or what? Come on, from there. What about proposal?